on June 10th through 12th, 2019, in Lincoln, the capital of Nebraska and the middle of everywhere, halfway between Cape Town, South Africa and Bangkok, Thailand, Phoenix, Arizona and Tallahassee, Florida, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania and Lubbock, Texas. The University of Nebraska will host the first CPED Convening of 2019. Lincoln is home to 280,000 people, 131 miles of off-trail bike paths, a dozen microbreweries, the International Quilt Studies Center, Morrill Hall, Nebraska State Museum with its famous Elephant Hall, and more per capita grain storage capacity than in any city in the country. It is home to well-known landmarks like the state capitol and Memorial Stadium, and less well-known ones like the Nisei Plaza. It is home to fast-growing Lincoln Public Schools, a 42,000 student system which enrolls students from more than 90 language backgrounds, including a top 12 after English of Spanish, Arabic, Kurdish, Vietnamese, Karen, Nuer, Russian, Mandarin Chinese, Ukrainian, French, Farsi, and Bosnian. Lincoln is served by its own 4-gate airport, LNK, and 22-gate Omaha Epley, OMA, an hour away. For the adventurous, Amtrak's California Zephyr also stops in Lincoln. No doubt the highlight of the journey that links Chicago to San Francisco by way of Reno, Salt Lake City, Denver, and Bangkok heading east. Or Naperville, Burlington, Ottumwa, and Omaha heading west. Lincoln is also home to Jazz in June, our Tuesday night activity, where you and 1,000 new friends sit on a picnic blanket in Sheldon's Sculpture Garden and learn why we call it the good life.
On behalf of the College of Education and Human Sciences, which graduated 1,020 undergraduate and graduate students last year, welcome to Lincoln and to the University of Nebraska.
On behalf of the Department of Educational Administration that prepares scholars, practitioners, and leaders in both P-12 schools and in higher education, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln.
On behalf of the Department of Teaching, Learning, and Teacher Education, which has just enrolled its 6th cohort of teachers, media center coordinators, community college faculty, literacy coaches, and others in our CPED program, it is my pleasure to welcome you to Lincoln, the Star City.
I'm the one who's been working most closely with CPED National on arranging the June 2019 convening, so it falls to me to try to explain a little further our theme. While it's important to clarify that any exchange of ideas related to the CPED vision, mission, and guiding principles is welcome, the richness of these convenings comes from our sharing of what we do and our questions to new colleagues about what they do. It's my sense that education systems work best when those in the midst of them, the practitioners charged with sharing ideas, building skills, and helping students question critically, can identify how their work fits into a larger whole, how it complements what colleagues do, and how it gets closer to realizing the twin promises of equity and excellence.
I'm looking forward to holding conversations and idea exchanges that help us empower teachers. We need them to understand themselves as change agents and leaders in their sites of practice. This requires deliberate attention to Freire's praxis of conscientization. I look forward to sharing ideas for how this works in graduate education with practicing teacher scholars.
I've been involved with the CPED program at UNL since our first cohort of students began in 2007. To me, the core idea of CPED is the recognition of teachers' professional knowledge as the foundation for their doctoral studies. From the start, CPED students are guided to identify a problem of practice that intrigues them as teachers and inspires their work with their students.
Before we go, we should let you know that we chose these dates because they immediately precede the College World Series, which starts in Omaha June 14th. In case that's not a draw, and this is the first time you've imagined being a tourist in and near Lincoln, before or after the convening, of course. We should add that Topeka's Brown v. Board of Education National Historic Site, Iowa's Bridges of Madison County, the Harry Truman and Dwight Eisenhower Presidential Libraries, the National Music Museum, the Lewis and Clark National Historic Trail, Nebraska Sandhills, Henry Dorley Zoo, the Niobrara National Scenic River, and Kansas City's Country Club Plaza, Negro League Baseball Museum, and Nelson Atkins Art Museum are all less than 4 hours away.